Hey everyone, I'm Heather from Heal with Heather Kristen with your April horoscope readings. I am going to be using the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell, as well as my own deck in app form, the Sparkle and Shine Oracle deck. Let's get started. Hey Aquarius, and happy April. Okay, let's take a look at what I pulled for you guys. First card is the Blue Flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. The next card is Earthed. Learning how to be human, in the world but not of it. And surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So the energy, what I'm feeling for you guys is your soul came to Earth to complete lessons, to have a fulfill a spiritual purpose. There's many different things for each of you. But when you came into this earth was so dense. Its energy was just heavy. And your spirit has just kind of been dampened. It's just been kind of weighed down with all of the things of life, okay? All of the hardships, all of the sadnesses, if you've experienced any trauma, people hurting you, things you've witnessed in life. There's so much that it's just become very heavy on your soul. And you found yourself lost almost. Just either lost, a lot of you may be lost, or stuck, just like you can't move past a specific point. You just are burdened by limiting beliefs, by fears, by so many different things that you're not living your life purpose. Your life purpose and your connection with your soul, your connection to the divine, in a lot of ways has been lost because it's heavy coming into this reality from a spiritual perspective. And so there's a lot of people that have difficulty coming into this life and connecting and finding their spiritual purpose. So what you are being called to do this month is surrender to the sweetness, okay? A small interruption there, Aquarius. I'm sorry, my dog was whining and being very distracting. Anyway, surrender to the sweetness. Onto this card. Okay. Earthed. When you are in such a dense environment, you need to find a way to lift yourself out of it. And the best way to do that is enjoying life, okay? You need to start finding ways to enjoy life. Follow what you love. Follow your passions. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition to whatever it guides you to do. This could be yoga this week. It could be painting next week. It could be skydiving the week after. It doesn't have to be consistent. You can start, you can stop. Go by your intuition, okay? You don't need to hold on to expectations that, if you start something, you have to finish it, or, you're this type of person, so you shouldn't do this activity, or, you're bad at art, so just because you maybe want to make a painting, you probably shouldn't because you're not great at art, okay? So follow your heart on this. If you have anything that comes up, like beliefs that tell you, just like the painting example, okay, well, I haven't been very good at art in the past, so I don't think I should try this, even though, it looks interesting, it looks fun, but I don't think I should try it because, for whatever reason. Do it anyway. Get yourself out of your comfort zone. Where when you're out of your comfort zone, you find new experiences, you find new joys, you find new belief systems that can create a whole new life schema for you. Okay. So this month is going to be all about you shucking off the heaviness that has burdened you for however many years of your life and really starting to feel joy through the fun of life, okay? Finding joy, finding fun, finding adventure, finding whatever it is that makes your heart glow, okay? Nature is going to be an important aspect to this because nature really allows you to ground into the earth. So this picture, you can see a person kind of above the ground. It's like they have one foot in this world and one foot in the spirit world because they came here and they feel the heaviness and the denseness and the negative emotions and the scariness and the sadness of earth. So they haven't really wanted to connect and integrate as a human being. But they're still here and they're not quite, in the spirit world either. So they're kind of like in this limbo. And in order to really fulfill our destiny, we need to integrate into our human and earth atmospheres, human bodies and earth atmosphere. So we have to be grounded in the earth. So this is another thing too, is people can kind of be in this limbo position who have experienced trauma. Trauma, when we're in a state of trauma, when we are being traumatized, the fear and the sense of helplessness, energetically, we take a step back. We pull back. Our energy pulls back away from the world. And those of us who have experienced trauma often find it hard to integrate into certain situations, into certain groups of people, into, all sorts of things. Actually, it depends on the person, depends on the trauma, but it can be very lonely for trauma victims because they just don't feel safe. Because earth and their human body is where they have been hurt so badly and traumatized so badly that they don't necessarily want to be in that position. Of course, they can't be in the spirit world. And, we might have this mentally we want to be here, but spiritually and emotionally, we are in kind of our own little cocoon wanting to be safe because we've never actually felt safe. And that's helped by connecting to the earth and connecting to Gaia and grounding. And for me, I've been working on this for years and I still have a really hard time grounding and still have to remind myself daily to ground, to try to integrate myself into this earth plane and try to feel safe here. So this may be an ongoing process if you have been a victim, if you have been traumatized by something in your past. Grounding may be an ongoing process for you, an ongoing practice that you need to make a higher priority than some other people who haven't had trauma in their history. But it's very necessary because the work that you are here to do requires you be fully here, energetically here in all aspects. You have to be integrated into the earth, okay? You have to be part of earth. You have to be part of this human experience in order to feel the emotions, in order to have an empathetic connection with people you might be trying to help, in order to get a message out, maybe you're here to be a teacher. And in order to really do your job fully, to do what you came to do, it's that connection with Gaia and your earth presence in this physical reality. I repeated myself several times, several ways. Hopefully it makes sense to different people who are listening and it just wasn't repetitive and annoying. But hopefully you get the picture. So, Aquarius, this is the month to connect, ground, enjoy the outdoors, really find your joys, find your passions. Salt water is excellent because of its grounding properties. So oceans, salt baths if you don't have an ocean, even being in a lake, something like that would be fine. Um, Mountains where there's trees with their deep roots. Anything that you can do. I lived in the desert for many years, and sometimes with the desert, without a lot of water, without a lot of trees, that deep connection was difficult to find. But there are still many ways. So wherever you are, find your way to connect with the earth and be outdoors. Connect with Gaia, and try to feel safe in this world. Know that Gaia is an ever-present spiritual connection, universal connection that will protect you. Okay, there's always protection from that way. Maybe not what we would maybe not a physical protection, but there is some protection there. So try to feel safe as you can, grounding into this earth. Okay, now I'm going to jump over to my reading. Okay. Faith. This is a really good card. It's an important card. Faith. Having faith. That could mean such different things to different people. But in this sense, it is the universe asking you to have faith, okay? Whatever fears might come up for you this month, have faith that they can be resolved. Have faith that they can be worked through, okay? Have faith that you can create the life that you want, even though you are filled with fears, even though you are filled with limiting beliefs. So many things are possible to you. So many things are beautiful in life, and trusting to walk out of your little safe bubble is a very difficult step, but it's going to make just an amazing transformation in you. Being able to, because when you're in a bubble, you're kind of closed off, and as you allow yourself to open up, that's when opportunities start coming your way. That's when there's maybe difficult lessons coming your way, but as you work through the lessons, it creates beautiful growth. And so have faith that what is coming into your sphere, into your life, is for your highest good, okay? Also have faith that you're being watched and you're being loved. And even though you at times feel alone, at times you feel unsafe, scared, any of those emotions, even when you're angry, even if you want to lash out and hurt someone or something, you're still loved by the universe, and it will continue to be the case. You're never not going to be loved, okay? I am sending you lots of love this month, and I hope you have a beautiful, productive, and enlightening month, and I will see you back here in May.